Welcome back to Fish Food, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Marcus Aurelius, and this is Dominions 5, Warriors of the Faith, and we're playing I Hear You Can Talk to Fish, the God of Yes. It is late winter in the year 5 of the Ascension Wars, and I think the Ascension Wars might be winding down a little bit. Mit Nal, the Mooch Kahul, has claimed the throne of law in the name of Kaveh. I believe Kaveh might be Xibalba, so perhaps they're having some kind of renaissance. Who knows? But Negofa, the bishop fish, has claimed the high throne in the name of I Hear You Can Talk to Fish. So we are now one throne point away from victory. Nice Nymph is summoning sea lions. But randomly, a huge earth elemental appeared out of nowhere to attack one of our leaders. So it appears our enemies are casting the same spell that we are. The difference is we're targeting ours wisely, and they're just going after random dudes. Unfortunately, they were successful, but I Hear You Can Talk to Fish is doing the same thing, only with a purpose. So there are two Wind Masters here leading all these air elementals, and one of them is soon to leave this world, hopefully. Actually, I don't know. Elemental versus elemental. Oh, okay. Here he comes. Orb Lightning. Nope. And you're dead. That one could have gone either way, though, huh? Okay. Labrade is giving us more asp turtles. Malgvin has tried something a little weird. Because we have tons of fire gems, or we had. I converted a few of them, but we had a ton of fire gems. And she's kind of our... Remember, she's the... If you don't remember Malgvin, she was our main hero. She was like the mother of the person who founded Yis. She immediately got diseased because we took her to a disease-causing province. And so in order to save her life, we had to essentially turn her into a lich. So now she's a lich, and she summoned some flame jellies for us, which is a weird level 4 conjuration spell that takes both fire and water magic. And they're interesting creatures, and I'll show you them in a second. Alright, so we have this guy that we got in an event named Geth. He is a Amber Clan priest, or maybe just mage. Yeah, Amber Clan mage. And he gets an assassination attempt on him twice. Twice this turn. So the first one, he manages to stop. And then the second one, he manages to stop. So what a guy, huh? Alright, Cursed Water. They're attacking us at the throne. They want it back. Apparently, they don't want it back hard enough, though, to send a real army after us. So, I mean, we've got... If any province in our entire empire, our entire undersea realm is well defended, it's this one. Who's leading it again? Morgial, the... So we don't even have a Morgan princess here. We just have Morgial, and then there's also a Morgan champion who is part of the province defense. And yet, they are just protecting this province like no one's business. Our Morvoks are just so fast, they're already in the battle. Take out the Mind Blaster, that'd be nice. Looks like he took out one of our snakes for a good long time, too. He's paralyzed. Something's going on over here, but I can't tell what it is. Either way, they failed. They failed, and we took out all 20 of them, including their Illithid Lord, and lost nothing for our trouble. Boat Eater, we're attacking them. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is the Throne Province. And we've got... What haven't we got here? We're leading with asp turtles because I've decided that whenever I'm underwater, that's just what I'm going to do. Asp turtles in line formation set to attack closest in the front are amazing because they just knock your enemy into disarray. They trample right through them and they cause fear. Back that up with our troops to fill in the gaps. We've got, obviously, Bathuzma, the Queen of the Deeps. We have a bunch of Morgans here, just for fun too. And this army, of course, is being led by Princess Buttercup. And for those of you out there who are younger than 30 who are like, who's Princess Buttercup? I don't know if I mentioned this in a previous episode, but she is the princess from the movie The Princess Bride, which I recommend you go see if you haven't, because it's really funny. It takes all the tropes of a princessy type fantasy novel with a heroic lead rescuing the princess, but it kind of throws it on its head, has a lot of funny scenes. I recommend it. And see, just look at our asp turtles. Just look at them. They're just tearing right through these guys, putting them into disarray. I didn't expect our Morgans to kind of get the jump, but they did. That's fine, though, because they're all blessed up and pretty much unstoppable. And now, Iron Warriors. So these poor little R'lyeh Province Defense troops, they just don't even know what hit them. Friendly currents we have on our side. They're begging to fight the Merrows right now. They're really sad they didn't get to fight the Merrows. Okay. We lost 1 infantry out of 102 and 9 spearmen out of 85, because our spearmen are absolutely terrible. I don't even know how they managed to get them. But we killed 176. 176. That's 3 numbers of R'lyeh's forces, including their Illithid Lord and a Star Spawn. That is awesome. Okay. White Lake, we're being attacked by Pelagia. They just can't give up White Lake. They can't quit White Lake. And look what they're doing here. We've got a gelatinous cube and a crusher. I love crushers, by the way. I love summoning them myself, but they're pretty expensive, so unless you have a pretty healthy Earth Gem income, they're hard really to mass, and you have to research a lot of construction to get to them, but they are so much fun. Slow as all hell, but 110 hit points, resistant to pierce and slash, they can go underwater, clearly. They do need magical leadership, which kind of sucks. But 24 protection, obviously their defense and attack are terrible. But if they do manage to land a hit, which is questionable, in fact, their Stone Fist attack is actually even lower than their standard attack skill. At 4, they do 25 damage. So really what they are is they're supposed to deflect blows. They're meat shields. But they're good at it. Look, he just whacked that troll. So, okay, that's twice his 4 attack skill somehow managed to take on this troll's 11 defense skill and still get through it. And I actually shouldn't be championing that. That's my troll he just killed. But you have to comment on greatness when you see it. So these two are actually pretty formidable, but we just took down the gelatinous cube. The Crusher, of course, is not unsurroundable, so you can surround him. Although killing him takes a bit of time. Let's speed this up. And yeah, we're doing essentially 1 damage, 2 damage, 3 damage at a time. And you just have to keep doing that forever. That's why these guys are good. You put like 3 of them in front of your army. Oh, don't let them get away. And they can take a lot of punishment. Yeah, both of their leaders got away. We did kill a priest. And we only lost... Well, we did lose... The troll was actually one of our regular troops. How interesting. Interesting. Okay, Serenity. We are attacking. Alright, this is a pretty solid force. Oh, this is Princess Zelda's retreat force here, I believe. Yep. I think Zelda's going to make it out of this one, folks. I mean, it was pretty scary for a while. It was like the Trail of Tears. But I think we've done it. I mean, we've gotten out of R'lyeh territory. And we just took out their... Yeah. They're trying to mind blow our Morvox. And they managed to get one. But it wasn't enough to save them. Green Waters were attacking Pelagia. Because we're equal opportunity killers. And yeah, again, this is just to put this castle under siege. I was hoping for a weak province defense, and I got it. Dagathia, however, R'lyeh is counterattacking. And how? We got a hybrid and a crab hybrid, led by Amuru, the merman captain. Actually, we have a weak province defense here. This is probably 11, it's not even 21. So really all we have is our monsters. But the lobsters. I have faith in the lobsters. They have proven themselves to me over the years. The Grandfather If you'll recall, the grandfather was actually held by independent lobsters for quite some time. And what is this? So not content to let me hoard all of the elemental royalty, Relay has summoned their own King of Elemental Earth. This guy's got, for some inexplicable reason, the robe of missile protection when there aren't any missiles under the water, so that's really stupid, but whatever. He has an enchanted sword, though, which is fine, and a rawhide shield. So he obviously doesn't dress his elemental royalty as well as I do, but he made up for it by giving this guy an S-ton of gems. Let's see how they do. And we just have province defense. Uh-oh. Hopefully this Earth King will stay far away from where the action is. And look, he's just summoning elementals, but what is this? We are still in it? We've taken his elementals, we're attacking the Earth King ourselves. What? Okay, explain to me how a bunch of Kraken and lobsters get smacked around by mid-sized Relay armies, but are somehow just taking Origines, the king of the mountains, behind the woodshed with regeneration, all this earth, 24 protection. Of course, he has 0 defense. Oh, he lost an eye. And he's harassed. Yeah, okay, well, that's how you do it. That's how you do it, man. You take out their eye and you harass them. And his regeneration just can't stand up to it. We're going to kill this guy. Holy crap. Province defense. Province defense. Well, actually, it's our monsters, really. It's not our province defense. Credit where credit is deserved. Old Flood. Tritons are attacking. The Pit. Income is down. Oceania. Our Dominion is up. But that's under their Dominion. So I wonder if their Dominion's up or if their Dominion is down. I don't know. We'll find out. Old Flood. I don't want to watch it. We won. What do you expect? Okay, Boat Eater, however, is not falling as quickly as I would have hoped. So, rather than lift the siege of Grey Mountains, because if you'll recall, there still is one Windmaster here, Patago, I'm instead having our lovely pretender, I Hear You Can Talk to Fish, casting Crumble on Boat Eater so we could tear down those walls. What's the name of Relay's god again? He is Halud. So, Mr. Halud, tear down that wall. And none of you get that, of course, because that was from, like, the Cold War. Like the 1980s. So, yeah, you all are just kind of looking at your screen dumbfounded right now, and I'm sorry for that. We're moving some shrimp, however, with mage backup into Alluvia. There's some more shamblers than there were before, but only 10. So if we can crack that, then we can probably go after Blackdale. And then Boat Eater, the army there is completely safe. Otherwise, Zelda is going after Xanthrast. We found there's only 36 people in there, nothing too bad. We're also bringing in Brasal to meet up with them, and eventually Snip Snip, Artan, and a ton of mages from Green Sea are coming in too. We're leaving some behind in Green Sea though, because Relay has proven ineffective so far in taking these provinces, but next turn might prove otherwise. So yeah, Oceania is still heavily under enemy Dominion. In fact, Dominion strength 10, so that loss of Dominion didn't really hurt them at all. But what I am doing is I'm bringing Tritonus here, who's a level 3 priest. I'm going to have him just sit here and preach. I don't know if we're going to be successful. I mean, I've been preaching here with a bishop fish for 3 or 4 turns, and this place is still under enemy Dominion, even though we claim the throne and have a temple. So, his Dominion is strong. I don't think we're going to be able to dom kill him, but I'm just going to, like, poke a little stick in his eye, just to make up for all the trouble he's caused me. Nyasa and Forza are here. I said last episode that I was going to name some people, and why the heck not? So, Una Thurman, you are going to be... Okay, bear with me here, folks. Gajamlaman the Second? So, in case you didn't see the last episode for some reason, there was a whole page of leftover names from my Uruk campaign that I never got to name, and I know it's really late in this campaign, but I figured why not just name them. So then going with Gajamlaman are going to be Failchin, who is actually going to be... well, it still starts with an F. Freggles. I think it's a Z, actually. Yup. So there's Freggles. Freggles is very important because he has the enormous cauldron of broth and the wall shaker. Although, actually, now that I think about it, I think he has to choose between panic or numbness. I don't think he gets to choose them both. So we're just going to leave him with the wall shaker. Alright, I'm only going to name people that are going out to fight. Princess Bubblegum is going to stay Princess Bubblegum. And the Patriarch, of course, has a disease, because why not, the first turn after he's summoned. So we're going to wait a sec to see if we can cure him. Nice Nymph, actually, is forging a miraculous cure-all elixir, which will hopefully be both miraculous and cure-all. We did build a Orb of Atlantis for Lee, the Isian Druid, who is actually now going to be... This one's kind of philosophical here. We have Musings of Paradox. So very nice. You know, what's funny is all the people that put their names down for the Urk campaign are probably not even watching this far into this campaign, so probably will never even know that their commanders got named in the first place. But still, I am a decent man, and I want to show them support for showing me support. Anyways, I don't like the Orb of Atlantis that much, though, because it allows you to summon water elementals, but apparently still requires gems. Because normally you need to spend gems to summon elementals in battle, but I figured, oh, this is a priceless, unique artifact. It'll let you just spam water elementals, right? Woohoo! But no. If you try, it'll say it costs a gem. And if you don't have a gem, it'll be colored red, meaning that you can't cast it. Which is frickin' ridiculous. But that's just me. Alright, Bakan, our Earth guy, who's going to be doing Maws of the Earth or something really cool like that. You are going to be Body Comb. Which actually sounds like a trendy new workout or something. Like, what are you doing tonight? Oh, I'm going to go to the gym and do some Body Comb. And I think those are the only ones going out with the attack group, though. So what we can do is we can name some of these folks. Like, well, Snip Snip's already named, but Artan, who's going to be leading this force, can be Bovis. Welcome to the team, Bovis. Let's name our awesome Amber Clan mage who just laughs in the face of assassination attempts. Orloon. Welcome to the team, Orloon. Alright. Rasai, you're about to be important. So, Hyrokel. I feel like that means something. I just don't know what it is. Alright, army taking Boat Eater. We should name them. We're obviously not going to name Princess Buttercup, but Lukta we could name. Archie. Archie of Riverdale. Very nice. And Archie is... Oh, yeah, who's going to be our Water Queen? Primula. That actually sounds like what you would name a Water Queen. I am Primula, the Water Queen. Although they probably wouldn't sound that masculine. Oh, man. Okay, Doriad. You are going to be Mr. Pig Puncher. Now, I don't think you're going to find any pigs to punch under the sea here. Maybe sea pigs? I don't know. So, Boadoc is important because he has the water lens. And he is going to be Lord Eogalus. Yeah, spelled it correctly. I made a few mistakes in the last series, so I'm going to try real hard not to do that here. Alright, Ciaran is going to be Sargon. And Donal is going to be Merrigan. Alright, and I think that's enough naming for right now. I have more, and I could do more, but I'll spread it out a bit so that we're not just constantly spending all this time naming. Actually, I'll just name a couple more, because they're going to be relevant in the next episode, or the next turn, actually. Kanush Agi. Which is still kind of relevant, because he had a Japanese name before. Okay. here we have Dr. Clinical. That's been a name in every single one of my series. Unfortunately, it wasn't in Uruk because I ran out of names. But now, Dr. Clinical, you are here under the sea fighting for I Hear You Can Talk to Fish. And if someone thinks they could talk to fish, they probably are in need of a doctor. Sin Nasir. That is actually kind of cool. I don't know if it has anything to do with the notion of sin, like an act against God, but still, it's a cool name. Viskar Olish. Now, it's worth bearing in mind that probably a lot of these people came up with these names in the context of Uruk. So they might be like Mesopotamian or faux Mesopotamian. Not this one, though. Not this one. This one is Peanuts. And that's it. That is the last name for today. And okay, I think we're solid. Do you think we're solid? I think we're pretty solid. I'm just basically fortifying everything. I'm not going to actually... I mean, if I have time, if Thalassa actually makes it here to Hippocampus Fortune, we'll storm it, but otherwise we're just sitting on these castles just to keep them from doing anything. All right, we're at 20 minutes. Let's end the turn. I had to kind of stall my movement from our capital because, again, the disease that the Patriarch got on the first turn of existence. Okay, whew, boy, that went by pretty fast, didn't it? Early spring in the year 6. I Hear You Can Talk to Fish is cast Crumble or Loon just after we... Why do they want to assassinate this guy? Maybe he fled R'lyeh. He fled R'lyeh with information on their death snail, and he's going to show all of us how to find its weak point. Many Amber Clan died to bring us this information, and Orlun is the leader of them. I'd like you to maybe do something, though, Orlun. Oh, and of course, naming him. Naming him was the kiss of death. He was just swatting aside assassins like flies, but yep, the minute he got a name, done. Oh well, Ivermark. I'm sorry, Orlun. Your life was brief, but it was exceptional. Are these guys high or what? I don't know. They're pretty high. We won, by the way. I'm sure you were pretty surprised. Emerald Lake, huh? All right. Yeah, I'm thinking no. And I'm correct, although we did lose an Ichthyid. Poor fella. The grandfather. They just really want the grandfather. They want it bad. And sadly, once again, they are going to be disappointed. Yep. Canis Plain. It's a plain under the water. What? Seriously? Are you even trying anymore, Pelagia? White Lake. Nah, I don't think they are. I don't think they're trying anymore. We don't have the mages here, though, so we might lose this one. Nope. Conqueror of the Closed Realm. Well, you ain't conquering shit tonight, buddy. Black Gorge. Okay, at least they brought a snake this time around. Oh, man. Alright. The Illwinter guys really like primary colors, right? You got the White Lake, the Black Gorge, the Emerald Lake. I guess Emerald's a color. There was this point years ago where, like, Daz Tactic, a few other guys, and myself sent Illwinter this long list of, like, 100 province names. Just basic stuff, like the Shady Forest, or the Yellow Forest, or the Fall Forest, you know, whatever. Just a bunch of random names, and it doesn't look like they've used any of them, because every single game of Dominions 5 I've played, it's the same provinces over and over again. I don't know why they didn't like all of our hundreds of names. I mean, maybe some of them were stupid. And it's not like I was being cheesy and naming, like, the Aurelius Forest or anything like that. You know, I wasn't trying to screw around. I was actually trying to be helpful. Okay, we're attacking in Xanthrast. But I mean, right? Just take a couple names. I mean, it sucks that every single game has, like, the same provinces, and sometimes two of the same province in the same world. That's just a little silly. Who is this again? Oh, right. This is Zelda. This is Zelda renewed. This is like Zelda saying, hey, y'all, you thought you could beat me, but you can't beat me, because I'm the Princess of Hyrule. Or, you know, yes. Okay, Morkins, it's nice to see you just standing there minding your own business, but how about we kill some things? Excellent. That yellow thing you keep seeing appear is Strength of Giants. Did we really lose a Morgan? To what? Boredom? Seriously? No. Okay, we didn't. Oh, it was a... Oh, we did. We lost a Morvok Knight. We sure did. Against this? She wasn't having her best day ever, I guess. She just definitely wasn't having her best day ever. Okay. Alluvia. Alluvia. Oh, right, our shrimp. And our shrimp and our mages. Actually, holy crap, this might be challenging. This might be a bad day. Might be a bad day for the forces of Yis. Maybe the mages will make the difference. But trolls have regeneration, and the asp turtle, as we know, tramples and has fear. Frozen Heart is pretty much useless on the trolls, but whatever. Our shrimp do have glaives. So if this were a total war game, they'd be extra good against large enemies. This is not, however, a total war game. But we're doing better than you would think. With the exception of the fleeing. Damn, had they just stood there, had they just stood and fought, you cowardly little shrimp. You cowardly, cowardly shrimp. You would have won this. You would have... The turtle is running away. Cowards. All of you. Cowards. You're not even worthy of Kanushagi. You've dishonored your whole clan. Damn, Kanushagi's gonna die too, isn't he? I mean, being paralyzed, he sure is defending himself quite well. Oh, now he's ethereal. I think Kanushagi's gonna make it out. Unless they... Ooh, if they come in behind him, then he's in trouble. Come on, Kanushagi! Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, no, he's done for. He's surrounded. He's going to get the harassed penalty. But he is holding up, Kanushagi is. He's not taking any of this crap. Oh, yeah. Move, Kanushagi. No. This is something else. This is something else. Kanushagi is just, like, refusing to go down. Let's just see how bad it is for the poor guy. Yeah, defense skill of 0. I mean, this protective shield is really doing its job, and he's ethereal. But he just got poisoned, which is not wonderful. Yeah, it's doing a little bit of damage to him over time, and he doesn't have a ton of hit points. No, he's down to 17. If he could just kill these guys and get around them, I think he's got a good shot. But he's getting poisoned again. Well, I'm going to say this right now. Kanushagi regained for his clan all of the honor that was lost by those fleeing shrimp. And if they had only 1/10 of his bravery, this would be a completely different scenario here. He's still going. See, the problem is he can't hit anybody. He's excellently defending himself, but he's just having trouble hitting anybody. He's down to 7. No wounds yet, though. And that was the end of Kanushagi. Kanusagi? Huh. Well, so much for that. So much for our little end away there. Broken Ocean. Large-scale attack? Really? Really? Alright, Boat Eater is open. Okay. Alright, let's just do it. Let's just do it. We're at 29 minutes. Let's just bring her home. That really sucked, though, for our good friend. Alright. 60 units. Dispossessed. Alright, Primula, are we going to send you in by yourself? Have we even... Yeah. Okay, Primula's ready to go. There's a few of the leftover shrimp. And we still didn't get to name everybody. I mean, I could run right now and name everybody, but what's the point, right? It's over. Well, it might not be over. We might lose. We might go to another episode. We'll see. Storm the castle, Primula. Let's see what you can do. They might attack from Alluvia, but we are ready. And our mages just kind of spread out to the winds here. Let's get Sin Nasir over here. Peanuts. I guess we'll head you back to Sia Karasos. Oh, did the other two die? Oh, they might have made it here. No, because everybody here is sieging. Oh, sadly, I think I might have lost them. That's a bummer. So all it takes, just name somebody, and then they're gone. All right, these guys are all going to head to Deep Black. Real quick. Aquilos? Or, Achilleos. Okay. Lost. Or last, I'm sorry. Monobles? Monoblos. Gotta be careful with the spelling. Add Regonir. Merrick. There's no C there. The Red. Alright, Merrick the Red. Lumber Zack, which is actually really clever, right? It's like Lumberjack, only with Zack instead, which I like. Oh, no, we already got Lumberzack. We don't want to get him again. And Snickers. That's too bad some of these names didn't get up in Ergs. These are funny names. Peanuts, Snickers. I like them. All right. All right, so we're all going to go to Xanthrast here. And do we have any unnamed? But they're all heroes, so I can't change their name. If I could change this dude. Costa-san. Okay. And... okay. Asenath Ilyasville? I like it. I like it a lot. And that's everybody here. So, okay, we're going to wait till next turn on that one. And let's end the turn then. She's storming, right? Yep, she is storming all over the place. But wait, did I move my... no, I didn't. Okay. Thalassa's going to head to Hippocampus Fortune. This is still not under our dominion, despite all the preaching. How about you preach, too? Why don't we just do a lot of preaching? And, okay, so here's where they're attacking and failing to do any good, which is fantastic. All right, let's do this. 34 commanders doing nothing. All right, I guess that's okay. I mean, if we lose this battle, then off screen, I'll make sure everybody's doing something useful. Uh-oh, this battle seems to be taking forever too. 122 rounds. I'm thinking that might be Skeleспam. Skellianus was mentally attacked by an enemy mage, but resisted. Huge earth elemental appeared out of nowhere and attacked Rudgrahi. That sucks. Flame bolts, alright. Indrak. Fought off his assassin. Really? They went after Nice Nymph? How many assassins do these guys have? Of course, Nice Nymph is not so nice when you try to assassinate her. So they got assassins just chilling in Yis? Alright, we need to start patrolling. This is ridiculous. Because Nice Nymph can handle herself, but we do have some commanders that are probably best suited not being assassinated. Was that a false horror? Did he hurt her in any way, shape, or form? He sure did. He horror marked her. That bastard. Alright, Tirganok also defeated his assassin. Grandfather. They finally took it. They attacked us with 78 dudes. And they wrecked us. Black Gorge. We defeated Pelagia there. Ivermark. We also... Wow. Wow. I want to watch this, actually. Because they came at us. Look at this. They came at us. They even got an Ether Lord in here. Or an Ether Warrior. And they have... I mean, this is the weirdest little force. They have Terracotta Soldiers. They have the Algae Men. They have their regular national troops. They have Ichthyids. Alright. Well, we already know they lose, but I just want to see this happen. Because look, we don't have that many troops here. Here they come. The last ride of the Morvok Knights, I guess. Well, one just went down. But just look at the carnage. I think we even took out their Ether Warrior because we have magical weapons. Not only do they come standard with magical weapons, but we, in addition, because of our Bless, have the Frost weapons. Yeah. And stay out. So, we did, however, lose 2 Morvok Knights. They killed 105, and our champions killed 58, but still 2 knights. The 2 of them are worth more than all 105 of these jerks. Alright, here we go. Fortress of Boat Eater. Will you be victorious, Primula? They're trying to Mind Blast her, and they're succeeding. Alright, ghosts are kind of interesting, because they do fatigue... Well, what are you guys doing? I'm not sure. I thought they did fatigue damage. Yeah, paralyzed damage. But how do you paralyze a giant being composed of water who, for reasons that I can't explain, regenerates 90% of her hit points each round? That's awesome. How can anyone beat this thing? I mean, I could see why this took 120 rounds. She has a Frostbrand, right? Yeah, she should be just mopping the floor with these jerks. And her Breath of Winter. Oh, they're ghosts, though. Ghosts don't get cold. Ghosts will never know what it's like to be cozy. Man, Primula is just getting Mind Blasted into oblivion here. She's just like, bring it on. Alright, so, you know, you gotta hand it to R'lyeh, though. And Oceania, in this campaign, they have managed to really, with not much to work with, defend against Water Queens that are fully kitted out super combatants. They've done some pretty smart stuff. Okay, but they gotta run out of juice eventually, though. Alright, she's back. She's back on the attack. But yeah, Undead plus Ghosts who paralyze plus Mind Blast. And yeah, super combatants have kind of a rough time. Maybe she is going to lose this. I thought because it said attack on the fortress that she would have won. But... this is pretty nuts. Oh, now they're horror marking her. Although I pity the horror that goes up against her. But they're making it hurt. They're spiteful little bastards, these R'lyeh. It's not enough to just accept their defeat honorably. They have to be real jerks about it. Huh. Alright, enough. I just, yeah. We failed to capture the fortress. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. Alright, so she killed 25, but then she had to flee. But she retreated successfully. We have a new famous hero, Aild's brave deeds. Alright. Where are we at? 39 minutes? Oh, she's in Broken Ocean, so it's going to take her a turn to get back. Can we take it with what we have? Now, the Pope might be useful, because he can... and their magical weapons might be useful. Alright, we're going to try it. We're going to try it. And if it fails, well, it fails. We're already in box mode. Let's just go attack. Rearmost, actually. Let's stick with that. Then we'll follow up with everybody else. Let's let the shrimp in on the party, too. Okay, we're going to be Sermon of Encouraging. He's going to be Sermon of Encouraging. Wow, that's fine. What's Watery Death? Oh, that's his, yeah, attack spell. Where is he? Okay, he's sort of close. And you know what? We're going to move her back. Because that way, if they attack, or if we fail, she can keep it under siege. And just to be... Because they're being spiteful with us. So we're going to be spiteful right back. Oh, first we need Buttercup. You're patrolling. And Freggles. You're patrolling. And Loigor. You're patrolling. Alright, but I hear you can talk to fish. You have bodyguards, right? But they suck. I mean, they're not like... They're claymen. They're not going to save you from anything. Where are you? Okay. Liquid Body, Iron Skin, Horde of Skeletons. Okay. Alright. That sounds like fun. But for right now, I want you to Earth Attack those jerks. Alright. And Thalassa is going to storm Hippocampus Fortune. These three are doing amazing, so they're just going to stay there and do what they do. Xanthras is being put to siege, although Griffa has been taken. Okay, so all of our Morgans are going to head up and retake Griffa, although really, 20 Illithids, they'll be able to Mind Blast them. We need to, like, have a group here that will kind of take some Mind Blasts for the team. Who wants that dubious distinction? Talston of the 1,000 Tails. Alright, Talston. I'm not going to send you out on such an important mission naked. So look at you. You are set up. And so you're not going to hold anymore. You are going to cast spells. And you'll numb them up. Let's put you up here with your guys, though. Alright, so Talston is going to assist the Morvox. And that should be good. We have a bunch of troops here, but nobody's leading them. Because I thought this would be over by now. So Fort Churn, how about you take these guys? We have some Sea Stags, that's fun. How about you take the Sea Stags too? They're undisciplined, so let's just send them right at the front. Hold and attack closest. And throw some Merrows in there too, why not? And then Bladnock, you can have a couple too. Fort Churn will be Corbin Dallas. I mean, I don't know if that's what he meant, but... Okay, let's get some of that good stuff. Let's get Knight Armor, sure. Enchanted Helmet, no, you can't have that. Water Elemental? Yeah, you already have that helmet, so you can't have two different helmets. Alright, you're cool. We don't have anything for you to cast, though, do we? Nope. Well, that's okay. You can just sit there and look pretty. You're defending. So, you're good. Alright, that's Corbin. You're going to patrol. Alright. Round 2. Wait. Did I did set them to storm, right? Yeah, I did. Okay. Primula was the victim of an assassin. Well, first of all, let's see if our assassination attempt worked. Against this dude. Probably, but we'll see. I don't think you can Mind Blast an elemental. Okay. Ethereal does make it harder for you to be trampled. But not impossible. We got him. Alright, Primula. They must have thousands of these things running around. This is getting kind of silly. But if this assault doesn't succeed, then we'll end the episode, and I guess I'll have to play a few more. Okay, Primula did what she needed to do. Yarbanel also did. Alright, let's just go straight to the Fortress of Boat Eater. Alright, no games this time. We've got Friendly Currents, we've got Turtles, we've got Morvox. They still have Ghosts, but wait a minute. All their leaders fled. Alright, well, we won the battle without even fighting. Done. Alright, well, Hippocampus Fortune. Thalassa. Are you going to be successful? Oh, yeah. It's just a trash army. Oh, but you know what? We never gave her a decent weapon again. She still has that anti-statue weapon. My bad. Doesn't really look like it's slowing her down, though. Yep, she's just slapping everything. Alright, she's even slapping Ethereal, guys. Yep. Don't go to the wall. Don't go to the wall. Yeah. Just jab him. Jab him in the face. Whenever you can. No rush. You know, just take your time. How many hit points do these damn things have? Okay. I have no idea what's happening here. They charmed her. They actually managed to charm my Queen of the Sea. After she killed 367. I didn't think that was possible. I've never seen anything like that before. That's amazing. A very deadly disease is spreading in blue waters. Riley is just going to the mattresses, man. They are just doing dirty deeds done dirt cheap. Oh, Patriarch, sorry, buddy. I forgot to give you your disease healing elixir. Well, you know what, Riley? You know what? I don't give a good goddamn about your insufficiency. Because we're going to claim this throne, which is the throne of the Second Age. And all the rest of these kids are going to... Oops. No, they're going to patrol. I can't believe they took our Queen of Elemental Water. That is something else, right? I think 31 is pretty solid. I can't believe they did that. That is funny. I mean, that is funny, like, that they managed to pull that off after just failing at everything. And she's so... I mean, I've got her so equipped that I don't actually have anything that can take her out. I'm not Riley. I don't have endless Skella spam. Good thing I don't need to take her out. Good thing I just need to take Boat Eater out. If I am correct. 5 ascension points required to become a new god. We got 1, we got 2, we got 3, we got 4, and we got 5 on the way. All right. And the Pope, the Bishopfish, has claimed the throne of the Second Age. We're being attacked everywhere, but it doesn't matter because Sally's another famous hero. Victory. You reign supreme. You are the Pantocrator. Your enemies are cast down, broken, dead, enslaved, or imprisoned. They are, to put it mildly, fish food. And we, the armies of Yis, the armies of I Hear You Can Talk to Fish, are victorious. It got a little hairy there at the end. And we never really had a very strong dominion. But we had Morvoks. We had Morgan champions, Morgan princesses, and Morvok knights. And then at the end, we had asp turtles and sea queens. So you could see kind of what's happening here. Okay, so you can already tell it's hard to actually follow our progress because our dominion doesn't change. You know, you can see we're conquering places, but it's not really showing up in our dominion. Although Pelagia got a really good start. I mean, at this point in the game, they have a lot more provinces than we do as well. Relay was kind of stunted at the beginning. Here's us just destroying Oceania. But you'll notice our if anything else, our dominion is getting smaller. This was like at its lowest extent here. Look at, we barely even had our capital. We didn't even have our entire cap circle. 2 of our cap circle provinces were under enemy dominion. 3. Oh man, look at Pelagia's gigantic dominion. But then in year 5, things started turning around. Well, sort of. I mean, we're almost done with the timeline, and we barely have any dominion still. And there you have it. At the end, I guess dominion doesn't really mean a lot because we have the least amount of dominion of anybody, I guess. Let's see here. Ivermark, is that the one with the... Yeah, our Morgans took out another battle. I'm just trying to see if we lost a bunch. We defeated them. I think we did fine. In fact, we don't have to do this. We can just look at it. All right. Although it doesn't really help. What this game could really use is like what Europa Universalis and Crusader Kings do, which is like a masks that you can put on that like show who owns what, like with colors, just so you can see what's going on, because this is kind of messy. But essentially, we didn't lose much. We still had everything that we had before. I think we might have lost this one right here to Pelagia, which is fine. I mean, we ended up still winning the game. We just went mad dash for the thrones. Let's look at the statistics. Okay, provinces. We were kind of head of the pack, but then we hit a speed bump with Oceania. But then once we took them to task, we hit another speed bump with Pelagia. And then at that point, Pelagia, between Relay and I, gangbanging Pelagia, they got shut down. And then finally, when it came time at the end for Relay and I to have a rumble, I got the better of them. Not at the end, though. At the end, well, these are the last turns probably when I was just screwing around, trying to conquer the thrones. All right, forts. I did end up with the most, but it wasn't a given. In fact, most of the game, like 90% of the game, I did not have the most forts. It was only by stealing a couple from Relay that I actually ended up having the most forts. This is very different from the Uruk campaign, where we were kind of ahead pretty much the entire time. All right, income. It was neck and neck up until about 2/3 of the way through, and then I kind of apparently stole a ton of income from Pelagia, because you could see my growth kind of matches their decline almost exactly. Gem income, same deal. We were neck and neck until about the time Pelagia started failing. Relay, though, at this point, late in the game, they almost had as many gems as me, and then I just had a surge. Research. I never got close. Pelagia was definitely in the lead. Relay, Oceania, and then me coming in 4th place. I barely beat out Xibalba and, of course, Atlantis because they were crushed. But even, like, down to their last few provinces, Oceania and Pelagia had better research than me. And I think I had a magic 1 Dominion. I can't remember anymore, but it definitely wasn't Drain. All right, Dominion. Obviously, we did fantastic in this one. Although it looked like we were turning things around, right? I mean, we actually ended up with more Dominion than we had at any point previously, although we were relatively close near the beginning. So this whole long stretch, we were just getting blasted, mostly due to Pelagia, but also due to Relay. But, you know, at the end, didn't do them any good. But that might be the reason why all my guys were retreating left and right, because of the ill effects of being under enemy dominion. All right, army size. Well, this tells a story, doesn't it? We were like 4th place up until about halfway through the game, where we went ahead of Oceania for the first time, and still up until the very end, like year 5, we were being brutally outclassed by Pelagia, and we were neck and neck with Relay. And we did, at the end, manage to have a slight, just a very slight leadership in number of troops, but still. But this is where it counts. This is where victory comes. And up until like, again, up until like 5/6 of the game, we were not winning that race. But then, ba-boom, 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 and I Hear You Can Talk to Fish is God now. So all the rest of y'all better just recognize. Hall of Fame. This is cool. This is cool. I don't think you've ever seen this. I've certainly never seen this. Every single person in the Hall of Fame is one of ours. We got LeFay II at the top, dead. Wet Wanda, dead. Ariel, dead. Mira, dead. Dunlaith and Blathnate, they made it through. Find, Guten, and Oilby, all dead. Baran, Revenge, still alive. Donnell, still alive. Xena, dead. Aild, Eif, Conandil, dead. I really hate Pelagia. She survived. LeFay, dead. Death of Pelagia, dead. Hopefully not to Pelagia. Huh. I do not remember her dying. Hopefully, again, it wasn't to Pelagia, because that would be sad. And Sally. So literally every single one of our heroes, and every hero that exists, all 20 heroes on the board are Morgan champions. Every single one. It's funny how, though, the ones that are on land, you can see them, they have their little horsey legs. Anyway, all right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, this one was about an hour, but it is the last episode, so why not? I'd like to thank you very much for joining me. This was a challenge. It was a challenge, you know. Underwater, there's not a lot of choke points. There's not a lot of mountains and rivers, obviously. So it was wide open, and I just had to counter the AI's enhanced numbers. They had better income, better gem income, all because of the difficulty setting I set, which was 2 up from normal. I believe it was, you start with difficult, and then you go to mighty. So I think I was playing against mighty. So I had to make do with thugs, essentially. I had my Morvok Knight thugs. They made the difference for me and kept me around long enough to research the spells I needed. The Province Defense spell that gave me monsters, I made fun of it at first because it didn't seem very effective, but it actually probably saved a lot of battles that would have otherwise been lost. So that was really worth it. I never ended up doing Maelstrom, which was the Gem Gen spell. In fact, I didn't do any really Gem Gen spells. What globals did I have up? Nah, I only had Guardians of the Deep. Pelagia had Eyes of God. So, yeah, basically no globals, but the Province Defense one. And again, that only helped me because it doesn't require Dominion. It was every province we owned, whether it was under our Dominion or not. So it's kind of funny because when you think of Dominion in realistic terms, you think of it as the people in your Dominion believe in you and worship you. So that means in like 50%, maybe more, of the territory where we controlled, we had martial control, meaning our government was ruling those territories. The majority of the people in those territories worshipped a different god. I bet you they wish they had made a different decision now, though, huh? But anyways, all right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I'm out of things to say. I appreciate you sticking with me through the end of this. This one was a tight one. It was very interesting. There were points where it could have gone either way, but we managed to prevail despite my limited skill at high difficulty levels. I mean, I'd like to say I'm better now than I was at the beginning of my Uruk campaign. Certainly. And, yeah, quite a learning experience. And this is probably the first game I've ever played that's mostly under the water, too. I think it's the first game anyone's, because the random maps that you just automatically generate don't ever look like this. You have to really work hard to make a map look like this, but I hope it was worth it, and I hope you enjoyed it. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Marcus Aurelius. This is Dominions 5, Warriors of the Faith. We were, yes, the Morgen Queens under I Hear You Can Talk to Fish. Go out, do amazing things, and have a good one.